as a producer and engineer, it's not necessarily always the technical side or like recording side. Sometimes I have to be a vocal producer. I have to kind of coach the artist in the booth and how to get their vocals to a certain point. I've had to be a creative thinker with production, post production, vocal production, which is post production is after things are already laid down and somebody wants to add, say, for instance, a stutter or an effect that sounds a certain way. I have to take their description and bring it to life and create it. So that's, one of the things is being a creative producer versus a technical producer. But beat maker, I produce beats, recording engineer, mixing engineer. Uh, some people do mastering engineer also. I'm not a mastering engineer, so that's a whole different level of like techniques and stuff. And then you got also, editors. You have the people that, so I have to do all those different things. So in the big industry, in like the big studios or big projects, like, you're working for maybe Beyonce or something, you might have somebody who's doing the audio editing. They might be just cleaning up the vocals and making sure everything is the way it needs to be. You're going to have just a recording engineer. You're going to have an editing engineer or an assistant engineer. Then you're going to have a mixing engineer or two mixing engineers or three mixing engineers because they might pass it off to people. And then you have the final person who's the mastering engineer who makes the final mix louder and a lot more comparable to all the industry songs out. It also makes it so it can translate on all systems. So those are the hats I do wear in multiple cases. But like, it's not every session. It's like that. It's like it changes per client and per situation. So you never know what hat you're actually going to be wearing until you're in the situation. That's why you always got to be ready to adapt.